now what I can say, I mean, like on the pain thing or nipples, for example, I'm like, okay, I don't need more on that side. Like with the ropes and tying, I felt like, yeah, very comfortable and like could, yeah, I would be open like to try more intensity on that side. Maybe, yeah, also more just like having a special position, like being restricted.
Yeah.
It was a bit weird at first, like, I don't know. Also maybe it's coming out of nowhere or not, but I mean also I like the touch of your lips, to have it, and it's also a nice moment of being held in that situation. Like it gives a nice, yeah, feeling and taste. I don't think you were talking too much. I think it was good, on a good level in general. And also like you have a nice way to do so. It's, yeah, I think, yeah, you can use that. It's a good skill. I liked it actually when you turned me around and I was on my knees, and also I liked the moment of like being turned. Yeah, and this is like a thing, like this surprise moment, and then with like you don't expect it, you are turned around, and then you're like in a totally different situation where like all the things of prediction are turning upside down. Like whatever you could have predicted the first moments in the other position, it's like, wow, now it's new. Whoa, what's coming next? And this makes a crazy moment, sure. I think this is something like in our world, and it's automatically sexual.
Mhm.
And it is. But yeah, somehow I didn't feel it that like between us. Which was like, I think also like this kissing part of like, somehow it's not there. So maybe that was, I was not getting into that also. Yeah, when I felt like what's going on in my body and like also the change and is something, yeah, of course, like sexuality is happening inside of me. I think I had like a very intense, like, my body is a way of expression for me. And yeah, and also like something like to, I don't know, to be in that situation and then like to cope with it somehow, or like, I don't know, when you're tying and like untying the ropes, it's also a thing like, oh, there's something going on, I need to react somehow on that. And that's like, my body can do it. I cannot say anything, or I don't know, play. I like this untying part, and also like the slowness inside, because it was also, I think it was a nice way also like to come back like smoothly, and also it was like a surprise. It's like, wow, what's happening? Is it really gonna be untied? This was wondering, and it makes a nice mood. Well, that was sometimes very sweet and sometimes painful, which I think I told you. But yeah, these are exactly like spots which are like just reacting and like giving a lot inside the body, and like a lot of reaction, and like also shutting the brain off. Like this was really nice, and also like to come to change in between like the intensity of feelings, like between the slabs and ropes and like lips.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I don't know, a good holding. I mean, it was a nice contrast for all of this. Because it's another level, and like, I don't know, I think if you're like probably too long in one situation, like, you know, and then have the other, it's a surprise one, it gets you out of this thing and like puts you somewhere new. And then again, you're changing. A bit more of a torture, yes. I mean, yeah, as I said, I think like the spanking, I mean with the hand it's really nice, with the ropes also, but it's really, I think, very delicate thing with the intensity, but a very slight spanks. It was more like a little tease than like a real spank, and I think that was good for me in that moment. Yeah. I like that. That was really on the edge, on like, I really like that, the situation, but I'm really afraid of like a too harsh rope. Yeah, it was a good balance between that. Maybe you felt that. yeah, exactly, because somehow I wanted that, and yeah, somehow I didn't want it to get it too tough. Yeah, I mean, it was, pretty, curious. I'm excited, like, okay, what's gonna happen? And I mean, as I saw you, or we met before and talked, it was like, okay, you seem to be a trustful person, and also like all your explanations, how you're talking, it's something like holding it. Of course, it is a step, like, to get into it and like, okay, get naked and start this. And yeah, wondering once also, like, what's going on in you. Yeah, but then I don't know, I sort of managed to switch that off, or somehow like not. Actually, no, I was not really afraid of that, because I mean, we talked on also before, and I don't know, no, somehow I just like said, okay, let's trust you, you know what you're doing. that's my statement. So okay, let's handle it like that.